In block shots, but just his first here this afternoon. Khalid Lewis sizing up a three. Wright trying to keep it in, but he stepped out, and the ball belongs to the Wildcats.
I'd like to see them switch defenses a little bit. I'd like to see them mix in some zone, give him a different look, make LaSalle think a little bit. Because, again, LaSalle can go through droughts. We already saw it earlier in the half. They can struggle to score at times. Give them some different looks.
Zach on Kalinowski on the switch.
A great edge, and then he recovered in the passing lane to Peyton Aldridge, so he couldn't pick and pop.
Shot clock in single digits. Peyton Aldridge for the three. Going under 11 now to play.
Play again where they have everybody on the one side, lift guys up on the weak side, so you have no help. He's lobbed it over the top. That's a great call by Giannini again.
And a foul on Jarrell Wright. Jordan Barham will be assessed that foul, his second personal.
And Carolyn actually told us in the break there that Coach Giannini was hyping up Jarrell Wright and making sure he's into the game. And you see right out of their huddle, the first thing they do is run a play for him, try to get him a touch inside. I like it.
Right, with 15 points here today. Most of those coming early in the first half. Zach had it stripped. Gibbs leads the 2-on-1. Now Zach with his second block of the half.
Wow. Comes flying in. Volleyball spikes that thing. Jack Gibbs, you got to make a little harder of a take. This was very nonchalant with the ball, the oop-de-oop, and then get it out!
Whoa, look out. Steve Zach, an 18 all-defense player for this conference. Just tremendous afternoon.
Good job by Wright. Knowing personnel, not closing out too hard to Barham, so he can drive by you.
Gibbs, quick three.
It's just so pretty. Right in the shot pocket, perfect pass. No hesitation. He has no wasted motion, Gibbs does. Doesn't bring the ball down, doesn't have a hitch in his shot. It's just catch right up.
He's shooting 46% from three-point range this season, second in the A-10, and he's 50% here this afternoon. Khalid Lewis, a three of his own.
Great possession by LaSalle to respond inside the right. They doubled, they kicked it out, and that's the creator of the offense. But nobody knows who has Peyton Aldridge right now. They got to communicate.
Brian Sullivan has a three pop out on him, and DJ Peterson has the glass for LaSalle.
This is one of those things where if this game stays this way with 5 or 6 minutes to go, Davidson might start to get tight. The #1 seed, first A-10 tournament. I think they're a lock for the NCAA tournament. But Bob McKillop didn't take that for granted. He said, I want to take it into our own hands, win every game, focus on each game at a time.
That's a turnover by the Explorers.
Good decision here by DJ Peterson at the force the three. Two guys closed out to him, kind of gave a look to the basket, and then back to Lewis, who nails the triple.
Now Ken Griffey Sr. in attendance. He's related to Khalid Lewis, the junior from Trenton, New Jersey. Comes to as many of his games as he can, as Gibbs misses on the three, and Zach has position for the rebound.
Not sure if you can see on the camera, but Gibbs shot that, and he ended up about 6 feet from the three-point line. Shot it going back. Great shooter. He's got to be consistent all the time. Straight up, straight down.
Jarrell Wright finds Peterson. Steve Zach having his way.
And they're only doubling Wright, and Zach goes one-on-one with Barham, and Wright passed him.
Now Brian Sullivan launching the three. Barham the rebound underneath. Big stick back.
They need that. They needed that little momentum gain there because, again, the threes have gotten a little cold last couple possessions. Offensive rebounds generate more opportunities in the basket.
And that's the first two-point field goal for Davidson since there were 3 minutes left to go in the first half.
I mean, they're fifth in the country, according to Ken Pomeroy. 40% of their offense comes from behind the arc. 318th when it comes to 2-pointers.
Another three for Lewis. Peterson runs down the rebound, and in trying to save it in, he's fouled.
That's the kind of plays you need to make to knock.
Of the regular season meetings between the two crosstown rivals. That's the second of our 4 quarterfinal round games here today in Brooklyn. Jarrell Wright going up and scoring.
Triple team. But again, I know they don't need to pressure Zach, but pressure him so the entry pass isn't so easy just makes more sense to me.
Kalinowski eyeing a three.
Big response, but it's going to come down to Davidson. They're going to have to get stops in the defensive end to win this game.
7-point lead with just over 7 to go.
See, look how far off Peyton Aldridge is.
Leon Roberts running into McAuliffe. Rebounded underneath, now lost on the floor. Aldridge comes away for Davidson. Peyton Aldridge. And DJ Peterson. He's grabbed some big rebounds here today.
He makes those little plays. Those are the little things you need to win games. Rebounds, hustle plays, dive on the floor, help and recover. Always in the right position defensively.
Jarrell Wright swarmed on the double team, leaving Cleon Roberts open for a three.
It's huge for Roberts. He had 16 points last game off the bench. The 5 games before that, he had 16 points total. Steve Degler, their radio guy, got to credit him for that stat. Also, 21 straight missed threes till he hit a 3 yesterday. So Roberts playing with renewed confidence these last 2 games.
And a timeout taken by the Explorers with 6:14 to go in a 10-point, the number 1 seed. And that's what LaSalle potentially is staring at right now. A double-digit lead here with just over 6 minutes to go in regulation.
I like this change-up by Bob McKillop into a 1-3-1 zone now. LaSalle shoots under 32% from the three-point line. This will maybe make them take contested jumpers and hopefully protect the paint a little bit. He just traveled.
13th turnover by LaSalle. That's right at their season average after only turning over 9 times all of yesterday.
Let's take a look. He had an open 3 there.
They'll go inside. Can't get the one in close, and they won't get a second opportunity.
It's been that kind of day. In this half in particular, shoot 20. Now it's going to be under 28% for the second half as Aldridge misses the layup.
Khalid Lewis. Strip going up. Oh, that's out of bounds to Davidson. Last touch by Lewis.
Great play by Brian Smith. Quick hands. It was a good find, good pass first and foremost, but then Lewis trying to go to work. Great call, too, by Winston Stitt. Excuse me.
It's back-to-back turnovers by the Explorers.
This is rare for Davidson. No motion right there. Just 5 out. How easy is that?
And a 3 by Brian Sullivan. The second team All-A-10 player this year.
Stay in the 1-3-1, and the Wildcats are not going to go away. Janine realizes it's a critical part of the game. 7 minutes, up 7-5. Perimeter offense they have really lacks a lot of times. Price is the one guy that takes and makes tough shots. Now out of timeout, they go back to man-to-man. I like the changing of defenses really make them think. Traveled again.
But down low, and Jarrell Wright hammering it home.
Bob McKillop has got his arms up. He's totally confused right now how that was not called. That's a huge play.
Gibbs lost it right on the floor. Tangled up with Gibbs. And LaSalle calls a timeout.
Assist to turnover ratio right now, it's 11 assists to 10 turnovers.
And still haven't solved the two bigs, Zach and Wright, down low for LaSalle, who have combined for 43 points. There's Wright again. This time couldn't handle it. And it goes over for the Wildcats.
That might be an old makeup call right there, because I thought that went off of Davidson, but they're going to get the ball now.
As it is, it's 3 turnovers in their last 4 possessions.
And this is critical for LaSalle, too, because they can't play not to lose. They got to play to win. It's taking a look. It looks like it went right off Kalinowski's hand.
Kalinowski for the three. He is starting to get when it's toughest.
Couldn't be more right. That down the stretch of the game, when you start thinking we could pull this off, that's usually when you lose the game. You got to keep your head down, keep grinding, and win each possession is your focus. Back to the 1-3-1 the Wildcats go.
6-minute lead with 4 to play.
Too stationary against the zone right now. And no cutters to the high post, no movement.
Shot clock at 6. DJ Peterson launching the three. Just a 2-possession game. Brian Sullivan. And the rebound to Price.
And they're getting good looks up again. He went under the screen. That's a good look. And the South came into this game 21st in the country again in three-point percentage, three-pointers per field goal attempt. So they limit teams from even getting the three-point attempts up, and that's critical, but not today.
Price missing on the three, and the rebound to McAuliffe. Kalinowski open for a three.
Sal is living on the edge, under the handoff on Kalinowski, and then Price didn't fight to get over it, but he couldn't bury it.
13 rebounds now for Steve Zak as well. 2.5 to play. Zak inside. Not the best shot.
Good job by Jack Gibbs up. Be strong, wall up, go straight up and down. You're giving up about 8 inches on Steve Zak.
And Zak on the kick. Timeout with 2:17. He has 1 2-point field goal in this entire half.
Again, that's not a huge surprise in terms of how they play.
But it's just stunning. What do you think of it?
Bottom 40 in the country in terms of their point distribution to 2-pointers. They just don't need a lot of them. Take all those threes. Like the Sal ratcheting up the defense, pressuring the Davidson guards, making it tougher for them now.
Kalinowski with a three. Zak dominating on the boards. That was a 14th rebound.
That was a forced one, though. They didn't need that in that time because Price was there. Jordan Price was on him, had a hand right in his face. He could have got a better one, but good defending by Price. And now, clock is your friend if you're LaSalle.
Khalid Lewis with 8 on the shot clock. But Zak has the offensive rebound after the miss. Tries to yank it away from Gibbs. And the arrow is going to favor Davidson.
Oh, what an effort by Zak. Again, there to make a play. Good tie-up, though, but at the risk of sounding too much like Dick Vitale, I hate the alternate possession. There should be a jump ball. They don't necessarily just earn it, because that's Zak outworking guys, but Gibbs, heads-up play, ties him up. That's a big-time possession change right there.
And still a 2-possession game here, with 1.5 minutes to go. Kalinowski loops it up and in. The basket and one.
Need a play. He just went and made one right there. DJ Peterson not great on the ball screen defense, then not great on the help either. Very rarely do you see LaSalle give up almost a drive and spin right down the middle without really help defense coming, a shot blocker coming over, but a good finish by Kalinowski. Now, we could have a one-possession ball game here with 1:23 to go.
But an excellent free throw shooter misses. The battle for the loose ball. Several players down there, and a timeout taken by Davidson.
The bodies everywhere in there. Oh, Lewis got lost in the screen. Oh,
and the three with the foul. Jack Gibbs going to the line.
And that is great execution, but again, Khalid Lewis, look at him get lost, and he tries to have a help switch out late with Wright, and they talked about this. They don't just close out, they sell out. They want to really contest the shooters. Well, he's sold out there, and you got contact and one. A 6-point trip this could be if Gibbs could knock this down.
And McAuliffe is going to check in for Barham here. LaSalle at one point led by 18.